So, good evening, all teachers. Thank you so much for joining on time. And as you join, this is we know this routine, right? You can just type your name, your school name, and the location, which region you belong to. So, good evening, Neha Sharma, ma'am. Good evening, Kiran, ma'am. Good evening, Aman Singh, sir. Good, and huge appreciation for the teachers who joined on time and waiting before the training. That's wonderful. So, Sarmishta, I'm reading some names. Neha Sharma ma'am from St. Joseph's, Kiran Jyoti ma'am from Vivek International,
Induraj ma'am, Springfield Public School. Good evening, teachers.
Indraj from Springfield Public.
So, yeah. Good evening, teachers, and thank you so much for joining in. And I'm thrilled to be with you today. We have Mr. Veda, who's Senior School Success Manager, who's taking care of implementation in South Region. And I'm also there, Sarmishta Goswami, as a School Success Manager. We'll be going to support you for this session. And as an educator, we constantly look for better ways to engage our learners, ensure meaningful understanding. And today we are going to explore two very powerful approaches, that is multisensory and experiential learning. Okay, so so I'll say these are not a buzzwords; they are actually rooted in the brain and have also proven in enhancing student engagement and better learning outcome. So let us embark on this learning journey together. And thank you again, once again, teacher, for joining on time. So, Veda, we can start with next slide, please.
Let's wait for 2 more minutes. 5 5. We can start here. 2 minutes.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. So the very first so till the time, teachers, you can introduce yourself. You can write that from which school you have, which region you have joined also. So that will be a great help. Your school, your location.
And adding to that, you can also type what is your expectation from this session.
Yeah.
What is your expectation from the session? You can type it. And as I always mention, it's 5 o'clock. It's a long day. It's a Monday. It's the first day of the week. I know it's a long day for all the teachers, but I respect, I'm so happy that you have joined on time. And some of you might be in the school premises, and some of you are traveling right now. Some of you would have already reached home. We are not really sure, like, where you are, but we are very sure that you are in the session. If possible, you can turn on your camera so that we can see your faces, and we can. It's a kind of talking to one another. But if you are in a place where you feel that network is a challenge, it's totally fine. We understand that, right? So many teachers started typing their names and their school names. It's really wonderful. What's your expectation from the session? Yes. What is your expectation from the session? And Sharmishta, in one of my recent training, I started with this question: what is your expectation from this session? And one of the trainer said, please close the session as early as possible. This is my expectation.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
not sure how many of you are.
So
But
Hina ma'am
here,
is, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so we
here
have
are
Hina ma'am here. She is writing learning more. Very nice. Thank you so much. Learning approaches
wonderful.
from Rajni ma'am, Rajni Bala
Yes.
ma'am. Innovations. Okay, next innovations. Okay, great. Okay, Seema ma'am
It's
is
okay.
from Saraswati Public School, Yamunanagar.
Wonderful.
Okay, learning multisensory approach. Very nice. Thank you so much, Diksha ma'am, for sharing. So we can start. Tuina ma'am, can we start to learn new ideas for our kids? Okay, so teachers, I would like to welcome you all, and I'm so thrilled to be with you all. As an educator, we are here, like we look for the better ways to engage our learners and ensure meaningful understanding. So today, here we are going to explore two very important and powerful approach that you can use it in your daily classroom teaching. So that is multi-sensory and experiential learning. Okay, so if I'm going to talk about, these are not a kind of buzzwords or strategies that is everybody is looking for. No, it is actually, we can say, proven that it is rooted in our brain science, and it has shows results. It has proven the results in enhancing student engagement and the better outcome. Okay, so let us embark on this learning journey together, and let us start with this session. I'm here with all of you, like Sarmishta Goswami, and along with Mr. Veda, who is Senior School Success Manager from South Zone, taking care of the implementation in the school. And we're going to support you and guide you with some multi-sensory learning approach and tips and tricks. Okay, so let us start with a quick warm-up activity. Okay, so Veda, next slide. Yeah, sure. So this is hello senses and sensational start. Okay, so I would like to request all of you. This is a fun activity. Keep your all senses and your warm up your mind. Okay, so here you need to share two truth and one sensory line. Okay, so you have to use your chat box. You have to type three statement. So two should be the real sensory experiences that you have recently, that you had recently right now, or maybe sometimes before, or one should be a lie. Okay, that should be a lie, and it has to be make them believable. For example, I saw, right now I'm staying in Delhi NCR, and I can say that I saw snow outside my window. So that is a kind of the sensory lie. So I'll give you 1 minute time, and I am going to happy to read your sensory lies that you are going to write here. So two truth and one sensory lies, teacher. So keep all your senses active. So anything, it could be related to senses of sight, it could be related to senses of hearing, touch. So all five senses you can, anything you can include. Okay, today's weather is sunny. Okay, Diksha ma'am. So I would like to request three sentences add together if you're going to write. That will be easier for us. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Ashi ma'am. So, teachers, 1 minute time. I am going to expect some sensory. Okay, I saw rain in my town. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I saw peacock yesterday and felt happy. Okay, wow, wonderful. Sai Kumari, ma'am. Okay, heavy here. So I'm not getting it. So few people are writing today rain, it is raining heavily here. So I saw elephant today. Very nice. Okay, I can sense that. This is a sensory lie over. I'm not sure. Okay, cloud sky is here. Okay, wonderful. Really nice. Partially cloudy. I traveled to Japan. Oh, Pragati ma'am. Great. Okay. I saw rainbow today. Even I saw a unicorn today. Okay, I'm working hard. I'm teaching, and I saw a lion today. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Inderpreet ma'am, for sharing. So, thank you. I'm sleeping right now. Okay, Pooja ma'am, this is a very sensory, wonderful one. Okay, over to you,
Pooja
Veda.
ma'am, good classic one. Okay, thank you so much, Sharmishta, for doing that. So, teachers, as I know, uh, I mean, my voice is very clear. Is it very clear, Sharmishta?
Yes, yes, it is
So,
clear.
I'm having a little network issue, right? We are going to see about this multi-sensory learning. What is it? Okay, these are the five different aspects that we are going to discuss throughout this session. So thank you so much for all the teachers for your wonderful participation. I can see that in the chat. Right, first of all, what is multi-sensory experiential learning? What are those foundations? We're going to learn about it. And then we are going to see like why it matters, right? Okay, Seema ma'am, thank you. Today I cooked yummy food. That's wonderful. So why it matters, because this is something very important. Like why we have to do this. What am I going to do with my class? What, why am I going to apply that to my students? We're going to learn that, and we are also going to learn some strategies, as some of you have typed. That's my expectation. Some real life strategies. We're going to learn that, and we are also going to have a kind of a little workshop in which we are going to demonstrate you how to do this, and finally Q&A. This is not just for final thing. You can, like, whenever you have queries, please type it in your chat, because that's how this has been designed. So thank you so much for being here. So now, what is multi-sensory learning? So before that, let me ask you this question. You can even type it in the chat. Can you tell all those five senses? What are the five senses? Five senses. Sorry, I'm asking questions to the teachers. Normally teachers will ask questions to the students, but we are reversing it right now. What are the five senses that you can see here? I mean, it's on the slide itself: sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste, right? We know that. But learning that actively involves two or more senses simultaneously, that is nothing but multisensory learning. Many times in the classroom, it becomes monotonous. In the classroom, the engagement is not there. Previously, even like we had a conversation with Sarmishare, we talked about the problems that normally teachers face in their day-to-day life. Tell me, teachers, what are the problems normally you face in your classroom? What are the challenges you face in your classroom? You can even type it.
So,
Don't tell me these conducting these webinars very frequently is a challenge. Not that challenge. Yeah.
teachers, if I can support you,
Regular.
that lack
Yes,
of
Sarmisha,
student
you're about to say
engagement.
something. Yes.
Yeah. So, teachers, if I can support you, that lack of student engagement, their attention span is low. So you can use certain things, certain challenges that you can share. Yes, attention seeking. Very nice. So whenever
Yes.
we are
Yes.
delivering a lesson,
And
what all challenges you are facing? Please write. Difficult, different learners. Very nice. Really great. So thank you, Neha ma'am.
wonderful. Yes. So seeking attention, different types of, handling different kinds of learners in the same classroom, that becomes, challenging thing. But when we do this multisensory thing, it creates stronger neural connection. We call that as neuro connection. Uh, when we talk about a brain, many times, teachers, do you have brains? We scold children, do you have brains? Yes, we all have brains, right? And science teachers tell me inside brain there are lots of brain cells. What are those technically named as? It's called neurons, right? We call that as neurons. And a study says that, a research says that one neuron is more powerful than a super fast computer. One neuron is much powerful than a super fast computer. How many of you have seen this movie called Robo? There is a movie called Robo in Hindi, many languages got released. And in that, what happened? It will take a big size of book and will just scan it and throw it away. It did that kind of speed we have. And now my question is, how many how many neurons we have in our brain? Any answers? How many super fast computers technically we have in our brain? Any answers? Several. Yes, Pooja ma'am, several. Can you number it? Can you be specific? Is it like 1,000, or is it 10,000, or is it 1 lakh, a million? Sharmishta, you would like to? I hear
I
that your favorite subject is science. Yeah.
It would be
Millions.
more than trillion. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly, it's like more, it's exactly like one followed by 12 zeros. That many computers we have. It's exactly 1 trillion superfast computer. Now my question is, we have 1 trillion superfast computer, but still I'm not able to remember the concept that I learned yesterday, right? I have 1 trillion superfast computers in my brain, but still I am not able to remember my mom's number or wife's number. Why is it happening? And that is where it is not just about neurons, it is about neuro connection that makes you intelligent, that makes a student intelligent. For example, whenever you do an activity for the first time, we will have a neuro connection, and that neuro connection is responsible for that activity. For example, teachers, you are teaching for years, now the neuro connection which is responsible for teaching is becoming stronger. Now, if the neuro connection is becoming stronger, that the multisensory approaches will make the child's neural connection stronger, and that will tell them like deeper understanding of concepts, and that will be also helping them to memorize it or recalling the concepts, right? I mean, to be precisely speaking, if you do this multisensory approach in your classroom, your children will be getting these benefits: enhanced memory, deeper understanding of a subject, increased engagement, right? So that's what we were saying about the challenges. So by doing this, this is what the why part is. And now let's talk about the next part. But before that, Shajmishta, would you like to add some thoughts in it?
No, thank you so much for adding this up. Yes, definitely. When we are engaging our different two or more senses, so our like the retention will you'll find the more retention will be there, because multi senses are actually working on it. So that's absolutely true. So over to you, Veda. Am I audible? Hmm.
Yes, Sharmishta, you are audible.
Yeah.
Veda, you're on mute.
Yeah. Can I play the video, Shajmishta?
Yes, yes. So it is important to develop deeper understanding of the concepts. So if we'll see some multisensory approach which is mentioned in this video, and how it can improve retention and recalling power, and it will also going to support diversified learning need, especially for the student with different styles of learning. So Veda, if you can play the video.
Yeah. And also, like, teachers, please listen to the video, and at the end of the video we'll be asking questions. So make sure that you are listening to this video. I'm playing the video. Sharmishta, please show me a
Yeah,
thumbs up if you can hear the video.
sure, sure.
Veda,
Uh,
share audio.
sound. May the audio is not shared. May the audio is not here.
Whether we're not able to hear the audio of the video. No, it's not shared.
Akshay, can you play this?
Just whether can you please stop sharing?
No, it is not audible, Akshay or Veda.
Just a second. Veda, please. Um, just sharing. Is the screen visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible above it. Yeah, it's number 6, slide number 6.
Just a second.
Yeah, this is one.
A multisensory approach to learning involves the engagement of more than one sense at a time in order to teach concepts and skills. Through the simultaneous use of visual, auditory, and kinesthetic tactile pathways, a multisensory approach can enhance memory and ability to learn. All children benefit from exposure to multisensory activities when learning. This is particularly true for children who experience difficulties with learning or paying attention. Whether your child has special educational needs or not, when multiple senses are stimulated, information is more likely to be retained and integrated. As each child has a unique learning style governed by their most dominant sense, by using a multisensory approach to learning, you are likely to meet the individual needs of the child or group. It is important to note that children with sensory sensitivities might find a sensory-rich approach to be overwhelming and might therefore need accommodations in this regard. A multisensory approach to learning is interactive and fun, and as a result, most children are motivated to engage in this form of learning. When engaging in an enjoyable activity, the brain is more likely to retain information, and children are more likely to sustain attention to these activities due to their playful nature. Not all learning activities allow for all the sensory systems to be stimulated. However, it is possible to add at least one additional sense to each activity. Examples of multisensory approach to learning include the following: creating sequences with 3D textures, watching and listening how to complete origami tasks, sorting and matching colors using toys or blocks, rolling a dice and hopping to the right number, write letters and numbers in different textures, follow dance moves by listening to instructions, heads, shoulders, knees and toes, follow visual instructions for an obstacle course, molding Play-Doh into letters or numbers.
Okay, so teachers, we have just seen that how what is multisensory learning. That means it refers to learning when we are actively involving one, two or more than two of our senses at a time. Okay, so this includes senses of sight, sense of hearing, sense of touch, sense of smell, and sense of taste also. Okay, and when we engage this, and we'll have better connection and stronger neural connection, and we're going to have deeper understanding and improve the retention. Akshay, next slide please. Okay, so next slide please. Yeah, fine. Thank you. So, let us talk about how we can bring these senses into our daily lessons. Okay. So, as we have talked that when we include two or more than two senses in our daily lessons. So, let me give you some examples. So, when we are going to talk about sight, so you can use colorful visual charts, infographics, color code notes. So, you can use those things. Okay. So if I'm going to talk about sense of hearing, okay, so what you can do, you can use some listen well activities, some audio clips, some sound effects also, some songs also. So suppose you are going to teach a lesson on particularly the topic water resources. So you can play different audio clips. Suppose it could be a tide, it could be a falling, it could be audio of fall also. It could be a general dripping water drop sounds also. So they will identify. So let's have a spark in our lesson. Quickly they will recall and they will understand. Okay, now the lesson is all about water resources. So different sound effects that you can use. Not only that, you can use your jingles, your songs. So that's a very wonderful song, if I can recall, when I was teaching this very different difficult topic, the photosynthesis. Okay, so we used to say that if you want to know how a plant grow, it takes water, air and sunlight and makes cellulose. So this is a song jingle. So here with this jingle, we are saying it takes water, air and sunlight and they make cellulose. Okay, so such a difficult concept can be taught through song. Okay, similarly, a child can touch, use clay, use the senses of touch, and use hands on activities. Not only that, they can smell it, taste it. Okay, so suppose for an example, you are into a lesson that is talking about parts of plants. Okay, so how you're going to include all your senses in that particular or multisensory approach in that particular chapter. So you are going to show them a video where the senses of sight and hearing is included. Play the sound of it, they're going to listen to it, and you'll ask them to bring a potted plant. Okay, so when you are playing that video, showing the different parts of it, you're also going to ask them, okay, now show me your plant. Where is the root part? Okay, uproot it and show me the root part also. How many leaves are there in your plant? Okay, so which color flowers is there in your plant? Is there flowers are there or a bud is there? So you can ask certain question. Okay, if there is any flower, can you please smell it? If there is any fruit, can you please taste it and share with us? So this can be done. Okay, so this is the way we can use this multi sensory approach. So lot of talking about sciences. Now I will going to include some activities for our language teachers as well. So next slide, Akshya. Okay, so let us discuss. I'll show you one picture and you need to identify it. Okay, what is the okay? So first picture, yeah. What is here? Teachers, if you can use your chat box, this is an activity, and I really want active participation over here. So what?
Sharmista, sorry to cut you off. Let's make this even more engaging.
Hi,
Let's play a game called Chat Bomb. Okay, it's
chat
called
box.
Chat Bomb.
Yeah,
Okay, so
sure.
teachers wait. Like when Sharmista is asking questions, go to your chat. Just type your answer, but don't send it. We'll have a countdown. We'll say three, two, one, and go. We need all the teachers to enter at the same time. That is Chat Bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharmista, your question.
Sure. So you can see apple on it. Okay. So once you can do this kind of activity with your learners, so you can bring fruits or you can bring apples, different type of apple, green, red, yellow, if it is available in your place. So you can bring it and keep it on the desk. Okay. And you can ask them. So what you can see, what comes in your mind? If you're seeing this apple, what word is coming on your mind? Can you please write?
So the question is, what comes to your mind right now? Type it. Don't send it. Type it. Prachi ma'am, disqualified. Yeah. I mean, yeah, don't send it now.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just for fun. Three,
Color. Okay.
two, one, go.
Color. Okay.
Okay.
It could
Okay.
be red, tasty.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Different type. Okay. Fine. Sweet. No, by looking at it, we cannot say that it would be sweet. Okay. So by looking at this apple, what words are coming on your mind? Okay, A for apple, phonic sound, very nice. Okay, really great. Okay, next picture. So then I'm going to give you the next instruction. Now, everyone, you need to take this apple and smell it. Okay, smell it. And when you're smelling it, what words are coming on your mind? Okay, okay. Sweet fragrance, very nice. Thank you. Sniffing, okay. Great. Sniff. Smell good. Attractive. Very nice. Great. Thank you so much, my dear children. I'll say because right now you all are my student. Okay. So my next instruction. All are ready. I hope so. Juicy. Okay. Really nice. Next picture, please. Okay, now you all have to touch it from all around. Okay, and now feel it. Okay, now what word is coming on your mind? Can you please write? Yeah, soft, smooth. Okay, hard also. Okay, very nice. Round also, very nice. Slippery also, very nice. Circle. Okay, so many words. Very good. Now I'm going to cut it for you. Okay, next picture, please. Okay, now I'm going to cut it for you. Okay, and I would ask everyone to taste it. Okay, so while tasting it, what words are there on your mind? Okay, sour, yummy, sweet, healthy, very nice, yummy. Okay, when you are biting it, when you're chewing it, okay, what sound you can hear? What sound you can hear? Crunchy, yummy. Okay, crunchy, crunch. Very nice. Okay, cut. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, teachers. So we have used all our sense organs. Yeah. Can anybody type which topic we have covered right now? Are we have our language teacher here? Sense organ. Okay. So can we connect it little with our language teachers? Phonics, multisensory. Okay. Can we have the next picture, please? Can we introduce the describing words like this in our classroom? Yes. So it is an integration of EVS also, language also, and how we can introduce the very difficult concept of adjective. We can use what is adjective, and it is actually we are describing the things by using sense organ, by using multisensory approach. We can use this kind of we can use the topic, and we can use it in language learning as well. Thank you Meenu ma'am for sharing it. Okay, so next slide please.
And Sharmishta, to add, not only that, this gives a complete picture of a particular topic. Next time when they are seeing red color, apple triggers. Next time they're
Yes,
eating something sweet, juicy, apple comes in.
yes.
This is how holistic, it's happening. Thank you.
Okay. So next slide, we'll be going to talk about no, not before this. Yeah, we'll be going to talk about the experiential learning by doing approach, and we'll be going to share certain activities that you can use in your daily planning your daily classroom. Veda, if you can, I
Cool
think
then.
somebody.
I mean, let it load. Sharmishta, I have a question as a teacher.
Hmm.
Okay, so um, for example, in the previous slide you discussed about lots of different strategies, right, when it comes to seeing, when it comes to audio and all these things. How can we decide, for example, there are categories of students in our classroom, right? So how can we decide which strategy works for which categories of student? Do we have any strategies for it? Let me share the screen. Yeah. Can I share the screen?
Yes, you can.
Yes, I stopped.
uh, no issues, no issues.
Yeah,
Is it visible?
yeah, it is visible.
Yeah, I was talking about this, Sharmishta. There are multiple strategies to it. And I asked a question to the teachers, like, how many types of students are there in a classroom? What do you say, Sharmishta, as a teacher? If you are a teacher, let's wear a thinking hat. Ma'am, can you tell me how many types of students are there in your classroom?
So basically, if I'm going to share that we have 8 type of learners in the class, okay. So someone are language smart, some are logic smart, okay. Some are kinesthetic learner. Yes.
Wonderful.
So
There are
teachers, if you
multiple.
multiple type
Yes,
of learners
yes.
are there. So teachers, if you can,
Oh,
uh,
yeah,
okay,
some are
we are
even putting numbers to it. Can you
numbers
also
to it.
mention what are those types, different types, and what are those types? One of my classroom, when I went to this, teacher interaction, how many types of students are there? Sarmisha, they said 30. and that is exactly the strength of the class. 30 types of students, each are different. Yeah. And some teachers would say, oh, like average, above average, below average, weak, smart. Yes, as Harmisha said, there are multiple yes, VAK, Rina ma'am, thank you for that. VAK model, notorious kids. I was one among the problematic kid when I was a student. Yeah. So based on the categories of students, we'll have to change those strategies. If there are kinesthetic people, if there are visual people, majority of visual people, we'll have to add strategies. And yes, there are some special need kids are there, and we'll have to, this multi-sensory approach will be very effective for them too, right? And cool, then that's what I need to ask Sharmishta. And
Yes.
now we can talk about this learning by doing.
Okay.
So
So as we have as Veda shared that we have multiple types of learner in the classroom, and like our teaching plan is somehow around the same way we are doing it. Maybe we are not we are not reaching out to the uh, learners, and that's why they get disengaged. Okay, they are not taking part on whatever happening in the classroom. So here we are going to share certain experiential learning approach that you can follow in the classroom, and that will really going to you'll able to see the magic of it. So if I'm going to talk about role play and simulation, so Veda, over to you, if you can share certain ideas for role play and where they can use it also.
yeah, Sharmisha, let me ask you this question. When you see movies, if you
Hmm.
can connect with the character,
Hmm.
how will it be? You will never take you can't take eyes off from the screen. And that's why serials and series are getting so viral among women's, I mean, not to be very specific, everyone. So this is what happens when you have this role plays in your classes. For example, if there are some techie teachers here, have techies. We have speak program in techie, and other programs we have something called Mel and Conji approach. So one can take a role of Mel and other can take a role of Conji. So that's role play. By doing this role play, the main advantage here is the ownership slightly shifts from the teachers to the students. It's a kind of shared responsibility. Initially, teacher will have all this ownership. She had all the responsibility, and energy drains. Am I right? First period,
Yes.
the energy, the mobile charge, the brain charge will be 100%. When it is fifth, sixth period, it got drained. But if you have this kind of role plays in your classroom, the learning will be much faster. We call this strategy called accelerated learning method, ALM. For example, the topics that you can cover it in 3-4 periods, you can just cover it in one role play. You got it? That is how powerful it is, the role play. And there are multiple other strategies also. So, Shagmishta, what do you think about this case studies?
So
The
case
case studies.
studies, yeah. Case studies, if I'm going to talk about, so you can find out real life scenarios, some real life challenges. Okay, what is happening nowadays in your local localities. Okay, develop a practical solution of it. We think that kids don't have they are not so smart. We have to tell them and they have to come up with a solution. No, they are very much practical and very much, they can think better than us also at times, I feel like. So ask them, suppose this dumping, you can say, dumping of plastic waste. So you can ask your student, what could be the solution that you can come up with? Can you please show some kind of real data, collect real data also, and how you can use those plastic waste in a meaningful way, or you can recycle it. So that can be, that could be a example for case study. So this is the way you can use case study. Not only that, if I'm going to talk about field trips, okay, uh, so field trips, if we have our SST teachers, if we have our science teachers, you can take them to nature walk, you can take them to for any kind of monument visits, any kind of artifacts, or museums are there, so you can take them there. I didn't let them explore, let them see what was there, how was the things at the ancient age. So field work is also going to have a great you can say the memorable learning through experiences, through the real life connection as well. So Veda, if you can talk about something about gamification, how teacher can integrate gamified things, game
Yeah,
elements.
yeah, sure, Mister. Thank you. Also to add one more point in when it comes to field trips, it's not like long term thing. Even a market, nearby market, that
Huh.
can be turned also as a field visit, right? And many students not even going to the kitchen, going to kitchen and helping mom, that is something. See, that is how it really happens, and gamification, Sharmishta, if you ask, that itself we can conduct a one whole webinar for it, because gamification is such a wonderful tool. For example, I'll tell you, Sharmishta, like, let me ask you as a teacher, normally when you give chances for the students, if you want to ask a question to a child, there are lots of strategies. How will you do? Calling them names?
Yes, definitely.
What else? What else?
We can have a quiz in the classroom also. So
Okay, you.
if we're going to have a quiz kind of thing,
Mhm.
so we'll definitely, there will be competition. They
Yeah.
will definitely going to like come up with there will be a competition among the students. So that could be there.
Okay. Not only that, there is one more strategy. This is like recently, I found this. Okay, it's called Wheel of Names. Can you see my screen now?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's Wheel of Names. You can type all the names of the, you know, students here, right? And if you want to give chances, you can just,
Sk- yes.
just roll it
Spell
out
it.
and stop it. See,
Tuhina
yeah,
ma'am.
got it.
Yes,
So
I'm the
once it
winner.
is done, you can even remove that student. Yeah, Tukina, yeah. You know what's the question that I have already asked you. Yeah, but the point is, students hate being asked question, but students love these games. Am I right?
Yeah.
And students hate the teacher. They may hate the teacher, but the gamification will totally change their perspective, right? Not only that, having a team-based environment. For example, there are 30 students having a 5 teams,
Hmm.
and make them to select their own team name. Please don't give your team name. No, teachers, please don't get into this. Let them select the team name, and they will select their trendy name. They love Avengers, they love their favorite, and let them keep it. By doing that, they will keep in mind, like, this is my team, right? Sharmishta, let me ask you one more question. Sharmishta and Tuhina are like, you sit together, okay? And always Tuhina completes her homework, but Sharmishta will never complete her homework. Tuhina, will she always motivate Sharmishta to do her homework? No, not all the times. She enjoys, because Tuhina will be always praised. Sharmishta will be always getting punished. But now you know what happened. Sharmishta, Tuhina belongs to one team.
One team.
If Sharmishta is not completing her homework, the team will lose points. What will happen? Though Tuhina hates Sharmishta, now she will motivate, hey, come on, let's do this. This is what gamification is all about. Gamification will change the culture. Gamification will change the and engagement. Just a small thing can change a different thing. So a small thing is, have teams in your classroom, have leaderboard in your classroom, right? Have hall of fames. You can even tell them, monthly once your names will be announced in the assembly.
Yeah.
They will be cool. And like small, I have been in many KG kids. KG teachers will just draw a star on the form, and children celebrate it too much. So this is how gamification is all about. Conducting assessment can be also done as a game. For example, we are talking about quiz. We have classroom app. How many of you are using classroom app for conducting quiz? That is such a gamified thing. So whatever you do, let us consider that as a game. It will turn to a different thing. So that is how gamification is. What's Sharmishta?
Yeah. So let us talk about project based learning. So project based learning is again a kind of you can say um, concept that can be explained through different projects. So, Veda, I would like to ask you to share the video. First of all, if there is a concept to teach a water cycle, okay, so there is a concept of evaporation, condensation, and then formation of clouds also. It's a different project, and we use videos at the time. Maybe there is some kind of learner who all are kinesthetic learner who want to do something from their hand and want to do certain activities. So in that case, you can also do certain experiments, which is also mentioned in our discover book and reflection book. So one of the example right now I'm going to show you. So Veda, if you can share this, share the video. Audio is not here. Audio. We cannot hear the audio. Veda, we cannot hear the audio.
Whether should I play it?
Yes.
Sure, action. Not audible.
No, it was not audible.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, right.
Wait a second. Just a second.
Yeah. So teachers, you can simply quickly do certain example where they will able to see it, they will able to do it, and you can while watching the video doesn't suffice. So you can use these kind of
Let
experiments.
me explain you
Huh.
Will I play?
It's yeah, sure.
how you can have an experiential learning to explain the cloud formation. So first we need to take warm water. So I'm going to use pouring into this glass tumbler. So when I'm pouring it, you'll able to see the water vapor is coming out. So you can say this is the evaporation is happening. How the cloud is going to form. So for particle, I'm going to use some spray over here, and I'm just going to keep some ice on top. We're going to wait for some time, and slowly and gradually you'll able to see now at the top portion of this glass tumbler it will become hazy. So now you can see. So we need to wait for some time. What is actually happening? The water vapor is going up. It is mixing with the spray particles. It is sticking with that. It is touching to this ice, ice tumbler. Sorry, ice jar, and then it is forming the cloud. Once I'm going to just, you'll able to see the clouds are coming. And again, I have to keep it for some time. You'll able to see the cloud will be there. So now you can see the hazy clouds are there. Nothing is visible over here. So again, I'm going to, so you can see the clouds and some drops are there. These are again condensations are also happening. So again, I'm going to keep it here, the ice jar, ice bowl. Again, the cloud will form, and once I'm going to just take it off, you'll able to see the cloud will come.
So teachers,
You'll find more exercises, more experiential learning method, and you can use this in the classroom. Thank you. Happy learning.
So teachers, so you'll able to find out a lot of experiential learning are there in our books and discover and reflections. So you'll able to find out certain experiential learnings, experiments are there, which will actually going to bring up your kinesthetic learners on track, and they will be happy to perform those exercises. So can we share the screen again? The slide. So quickly, teachers, it's your turn. We're going to ask you that any such if you can share such ideas that you have used in the classroom in the chat box also. So you can share it. You can write it, the concept and the techniques that you have taken. So
Oh, Shamish,
quickly.
already they started sharing. For this, we can also open children's tiffins.
Okay, yeah, done.
Boxes like that.
Okay, great. Zip now,
And
quick.
Prati ma'am have done the same activity in
Wet and
Ziploc
dry.
bag. Yes, done wet and dry activity. So
Great.
that's why I told you to visit the kitchen. You know, yeah, opening the students' lunchbox. Yes.
Yeah, yes. So, next slide, please. Can- Okay. So, Veda, over to you.
Yes, and before talking about this, teachers, a very important announcement. Many of you are attending the webinars very actively, but you're not getting digital certificates because of not filling the feedback form. The feedback form is already given here. Don't worry, we will share it every now and then because there are multiple chats. Don't worry. At the end of the session, please never forget to fill this feedback form. Only if you fill this feedback form, you will get a digital certification. If possible, you can even copy the link and post it in your separate WhatsApp. Don't post it in the WhatsApp group because this is only for the teachers who attend this webinar right now. Right. So Sharmishta was like, that was an amazing video. I was even wondering, this kind of teacher was not there when I was studying, and I hated math and science, to the core. So this is what the impact that it creates when you do this multi-sensory. And these are experiential learning, right? So when you do this, children will never forget it. It stays long. And in the exam hall, you can even see a child smiling because recollecting all those information and writing the answer. How good it is, right? Okay, so now how to do it? Knowing is knowing, but we have to implement it, right? The first thing is start small. Right now we got lots of strategies. Don't put everything together in a classroom, it won't be working, right? Start with one small step. For example, experiential learning, you can do that. Or for example, you can even start with this gamification, right? For example, grade 6, I'm handling grade 6 and 7. Grade 6, when it comes like there is no engagement, so try gamification in that class. But in other class, you can try another strategy. Start with the small activity, wait for some time, wait for the result, and then based on your problem, you can select the strategies. There are lots of challenges. If the interest, lack of interest is a challenge, try gamification. If they are not understanding deep, try experiential learning. There are lots of things. And Sharmishta, when we were like, life skill trainers, we train children on memory skills, right? And
Yes.
we call them 8 principles of superpower memory. We tell them these are the 8 principles, and among the 8 principles, one principle is five senses. Applying 5 senses in the subjects, that
Subject.
becomes a wonderful thing. There are remaining 7 that we can even talk in the next webinar. So start small and be flexible. Be flexible in the sense, adapt activities to your audience. Teachers, whatever the strategy is your favorite, don't apply it. Whatever the strategy is like children's favorite, please do that, because that's something very important. And manage logistics. For example, right now, Sharmishta was sharing some, them. For this, first you'll have to understand what kind of materials required and what kind of spatial. For example, if I'm doing it in my classroom, my seating arrangement, how should it be? I don't want all the students to gather and just fall over it. That's very important. Hello, you do all this experiment, but if some disaster, I mean not disaster, accidents can happen because children will be so curious. The curiosity, they'll jump on each other. So you'll also have to understand that. So the logistic part is very important. And the final part is my favorite. It's ensure reflection. Whatever activity you do, if there is no reflection, the activity is just kind of, it's a kind of entertainment. Make sure that you give space for students reflection. Right now we are giving lots of opportunity for you to reflect also. So reflection is very important. What did they learn from that activity? That's very important. So start small and be very flexible, and always plan for the materials. And always when you plan for the materials, make sure that the materials are easy. It's like kind of like easily available resources. There are many resources which are easily available. There is no need for you to go to shops and buy. It's very easily resolved, so you can do that. And in techie also, I mean in Euro also, there are lots of resources that are there. You can have those resources too. And finally, make sure they reflect it. Make sure they reflect in their own style, and you can do that. And if you are speak teachers, if you have class cam, you can even upload those videos, their reflection. You can make them, for example, Sharmista have prepared a video just today. When we were talking, she prepared, it's a kind of on-spot video. Similarly, you can also make sure that students are doing that, right? So it's a kind of dual way. You are also making sure that the thinking is nice, but they are also expressing it very well. That's the part of it. And teachers, thank you so much. Akshaya, can you post the feedback link one more time so that teachers can do that?
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah. Next slide.
and yes, Sharmishta.
Next slide. Next slide. Can you please share the next slide? Yes. So, definitely, teachers, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all, if I'll say. Okay. So this is a very beautifully this quote beautifully captured what multisensory and experiential learning is all about. If I'm going to talk about that, it's connect with knowledge, with experience, emotions, and reflection. And at the end, thank you so much, teachers, for all your active participation. And now it's open for Q&A segment. So if anybody is having any kind of questions or would like to share certain strategies, so you can raise your hand, and we are here to take your strategies in a chronological order.
And as you're asking questions, if you, it's a kind of homework today. If you get some time, please see this movie called Miracle Maker. It's the life story of Helen Keller. So how Helen Keller's teacher have given this multi-sensory approach, and that changes Helen Keller's life. It's called Miracle Maker, and that will tell you how impactful this experiential learning is all about, right? And teachers, let me also tell you, never give up on your students. Never give up on students, because if my teacher would have given up on me saying that he's such a problematic kid, now I'm just training teachers, being a senior school success manager. This is all because of my teacher who never gave up on me. She saw me in a different perspective. Instead of seeing me as a problematic kid, she saw me as a right brain kid. As we talk, we have left brain
Left
kids,
brain,
right brain kids.
brain kids.
We'll talk about it in the future, but never give up on your kids. Who knows, one day your kid can also become a amazing trainer, and we can even talk about this. So teachers, thank you so much for listening. Sharmishta, thank you so much for amazing, that the video is a really amazing thing. And I can even see amazing participation the teachers, right?
Yeah.
So let's all have a
Yes.
big round of applause for amazing teachers
Really.
participation. All the very best. Thank you so much, Sharmishta. Thank you so much,
Thank
teachers.
you.
Never forget to fill the feedback form.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Tuhina and Akshya, thank you so much for supporting us.
Thank you.
Any questions?
If anybody would like to share their ideas or
Uh, Sharmishta, Lavanya ma'am is asking, give us tips to teach social studies.
so, ma'am, if you have this longitude and latitude concept, no, for an example, just click on my mind. You can use the tiles grid, because right now I can see my floor. So those tiles grid, longitude and latitude. Okay, and ask them to jump, and where there is an intersection, no, so write certain points. Okay, so this is the way they will. You can introduce the concept of longitude and latitude, and with identify and locate the areas and point with those pointers, so that can be there. It's a concept of grade fifth, I think so, fourth and fifth. So that in geography you can use. There is multiple things are there in our discover reflection and quest. You'll able to find out such experiential learning concepts are also being mentioned over there.
Thank you. Sai Kumari ma'am is asking tips for long time remembering for children. I'll take this up, because remembering memory skill comes like very important. There are many principles, ma'am. There are many principles that can say, but one of the principle is applying five senses. When they study, they apply five senses. Or there are lots of strategies also. For example, mind map, picture diagram. There are amazing strategies, and teachers, for since they ask, there is a principle called Pareto principle. Pareto principle. According to Pareto principle, It says, it's, we even call this 20-80 rule. Take any paragraph, take any essay. If there are 500 words, only 20% of that are keywords. But right now students are putting lots of effort to remember that, remembering the non-keywords too, right? So what we do is, using this 20-80 rules, we will train the students to understand the keywords alone first, and making notes. For example, putting all these 20 keywords into a beautiful picture, that becomes picture diagram, or putting as a branch, that becomes a mind map. So instead of me studying a or 200 pages book, I can have a file with 10 mind maps which got all these things. Yes, to Hinam, thank you so much. Pictograph,
Pictograph,
mind map,
comics.
comic strip, that works well for social studies too. And we have there are lots of amazing strategies also for remembering it. Maybe next time when we meet, we will talk about 8 principles of super power memory. That works very well. Why can't we start even with the memory techniques? There are many memory techniques also, teachers. Thank you so much. um, I also want to know how to improve their capacity to learning. I mean, whatever we discussed so far, this is how they learn it. I normally say there are no attention deficit students. There are only learning or teaching methodologies which cannot grab the attention of the child. So changing it. So feedback nahi, which means teachers hope you have started filling the feedback. Akshaya, can you
Can you share the
uh,
feedback
post
form
the
once
link
again?
one more time? We'll
Yeah.
be posting one more time so that you can fill the feedback form. If you have any queries, you can stay, or else. Thank you so much for being there. We are going to post the feedback form now. Okay, it's been posted. Okay, thank you so much, Sharmishta.